On July 17, 1977, the Lord gloriously saved me out of a life of alcoholism and the occult. I'm not going into any of the gory details about what I was like and the things I've done. Just suffice it to say that regarding the Ten Commandments, I didn't just break them, I annihilated them all. And it was at Revelation 3:4 where it says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock," that the Lord opened my eyes. And Psalm 119, 130 says that the entrance of your word gives light. I saw my sin. I saw my need of a Savior. I saw the absolute desperate condition I was in. I had no trouble understanding my depravity. And I knew I couldn't save myself, and I cried out in desperation for the Lord to save me. He redeemed me. He forgave me. He saved me. The Lord made me one of His. Through problems and circumstances of life and a little curiosity, I started dabbling with the alcohol again. I fully went back to drinking. I stopped going to church. There was a domestic blow-up, pretty severe, which landed my wife Marlene in the hospital and the police after me. I literally escaped town and drove 175 miles through Chicago in an alcoholic blackout. But the Lord carried me through and actually led me to an alcoholic treatment center. The hospital graciously admitted me, though there was no room. They had to put me in a holding area. And while I was in the holding area, they sent me out for my medical test. My blood pressure was 220 over 180 and my pulse 156. I was swollen in my waist, and I found out later that was because my liver was twice its normal size, and I was bleeding in my stomach. As he began to take my vital statistics, you could see the panic and concern on his face, and just put his head down in his lap or in his hands and just was almost crying. And he said, "I can't believe it. I can't believe this. You can't be alive. You cannot be sitting there. You're a dead man." He said to me, "The only thing I can conclude is that the Lord must have something really planned for your life." That night, I was moved from the holding area to a hospital room. As I lay in my bed, I was in deep remorse and deep throbbing and sobbing. Realm I cannot tell you. I cannot describe. And as I cried out to the Lord, I realized the Lord had been chastening. I realized that everything that I had ever loved, everybody that I had ever loved, I had destroyed through alcohol. As I lay there in that pain and agony, I felt a presence in my room which is hard to describe. But I knew intuitively that the Lord was there with me. And as I came to that full submission, the Lord just enveloped me with His peace. It's a peace like I have never, ever felt before, nor since. It's like He impressed upon me, now you know who you are. Now you know. Now you understand. Now I will take care of you. And the change in me was unbelievable. It was like a candle which touched the bottom of my foot, and it went up the heel and up the back of my legs, up my back and up my neck and out of the top of my head. At that moment, that whole desire for alcohol was completely gone. There was a peace that was indescribable. My spiritual walk has had its ups and downs. There's been many issues I've struggled with in my Christianity. I have to tell you that I've had a lot of struggles in the boardroom of my soul. The one thing, though, that no one can take away from me is that experience that happened to me in Chicago. I know the Lord is real. I, for one, know that He exists because He was there with me that night. He's opened my eyes through the Word. I know that over the course of the days He leaves me on this earth, that He will conform me to the image of His Son. My name is Russ Bradley, and Jesus is my Lord.